Already did.
Oh my gosh.
The boss.
We're alive.
Oh!
And we're also really red.
Red.
Yeah. So
Well,
I'm gonna adjust the white balance.
Do we all have sunburns that I don't know about?
I don't.
There. No, I just white balance. White balance.
Hi.
Oh gosh.
Hello.
It's 97 outside.
97 outside. Why is it 97 outside?
I don't know, because that's what my phone says.
That's
so it must be
awful. Well, at least it's not burning outside like Burbank, an hour down south of us.
That's true.
Literally burning.
Hello, welcome to this live chat. If you're wondering where AJ is not with us because he's on vacation. He will not be with us for a week and a half.
AJ is no longer with us.
Oh, never mind. He's actually dead.
I think today might actually be the wedding that he's at.
Yes,
Oh.
today is the wedding.
Oh,
He's basically he's at a wedding for
not his own.
No, Gwen, one of Gwen's friends is getting married. He's there, and then they're gonna visit his parents, and then they're gonna visit her parents, and then they're coming back. So AJ's gone for like
A week and a half.
So
A clap and a half.
it's just us.
Anyway, it's kind of funny though because the person that is getting married is actually I was the one who first befriended her like years ago, and then from her I befriended Gwen, and then I kind of lost touch with her, and it's weird being like I'm not there, and yeah. Anyway,
I'm glad you're not here.
I'm a bad friend.
I get to be here
You
in
do.
your arms.
You do.
And it's nice.
That's one arm.
Whatever.
Well,
So, hi everyone.
Hola.
So we're gonna look for the big word question in all caps, and then the actual question, and we're gonna start answering things because
Cool.
reasons. Also, Miss Bird and I are still getting over a sickness,
I'm
so
not sick.
well, just coughing though.
Well, yeah.
So if where's the mouse? Mouse. I found it, but I can't use this because I'm too far away.
Ah, look, there it is,
So
Peter.
if your question is, will you make blank musical, like blank being whatever game, movie, whatever you want us to make, the answer is maybe. We don't commit to anything, but we also aren't ruling anything
Okay,
out.
I've
So
seen
if
this one
that's
like
your
5
question,
times.
just don't bother asking it.
Mm-hmm.
How about this one, Nate? Question is, what is the next musical?
Madden Betancourt asks, what is the next musical?
I thought you were saying Madden. I'm like, what?
Madden, John Madden. That is, I guess, a fair question because it's not will we make something, it's what is the next one we are making.
Mhm.
And I would assume it would be Papers, Please. I assume
Yeah.
we can say that. We've posted enough on social media. That will be out in the next few weeks. Maybe, no, not next week. Probably the week of like the 15th, I think.
I
is
can
what
check
it is.
my phone. It
Nope.
has a very
We're all
specific
in it,
reminder.
and no, Jack isn't in it. I've seen like several comments, but like, Jack better be in it.
I don't even know where my phone is.
It's the
so
15th
whatever.
because this
Yeah,
yesterday
that
was
sounds,
the 1st.
that sounds right.
It's the 8th.
That sounds right.
So it should be the 15th. So that will be the September musical.
Yeah.
So, but and also don't shout outs. We don't do that. So don't spam. Be nice to the moderators. If they put you in timeout or delete your message, think about why they did that.
Don't
And
just
if you
ask
have
us why.
no
Go home
idea,
and rethink your life.
then you can ask them very nicely, and they'll tell you.
Mm-hmm. Star Wars Battlefront. That's a fun game.
You wanna?
No,
That's a question I
should've-
just said I'm not gonna answer.
which is why I just said that's a fun game.
Glorious Pineapple wants to say it's 9 p.m. here. How did Miss Bird just wake up?
'Cause
Well,
it's
not 9 p.m. here. That's why.
There's this strange thing where, like, when the Earth rotates, it changes times about the world. It's science. I don't need to explain that.
That's a fun question.
I'm wondering though whether time constructs are actually not science as much as like society.
Well,
You know,
I mean,
because
there's,
like it
like-
doesn't change time
Well,
magically.
it started as a societal thing because the sun rose and people
Yeah.
were like, I guess I'll wake
Exactly.
up and do shit.
Exactly.
Stuff.
Stuff.
I mean, it's
Yes.
still sort of that way. Like, my mom is up at, like, 7 in the morning at her time. Like, I would never be up at 7 in the morning my time unless I really
had to.
Unless I was still up at 7 in the morning as well.
or that. Yeah. So anyway, we just woke up because we woke up at 11. a.m.
Most of us go to bed at like 5 in the morning. So like, if you time shift like when you normally go to bed, it's actually the same amount of hours.
Time shift.
Usually.
That sounds like a power
So.
in a game or something.
Sounds like a bad Steven Seagal movie.
Or that.
Time shift. Anyway.
Starwolf of YouTube says, what other activities do you do? For example, I ride horses and play the oboe. You play the oboe? That's awesome. I actually really like good oboe players because I love that sound. Anyway, Nate, what do you do?
I play games.
You play games?
I do. That's pretty much mostly what I do. I watch movies as well. But games is really what I do the most. I don't think of anything else.
TV occasionally.
Yeah, I watch TV, not so much during the summer. Like now that it's like September, again, all the
that's
TV
true.
shows are going to be starting back up.
That's true. It's so hard to find things to do at summer because there's no TV to watch.
Well, The Defenders came out in the summer, so I watched that. But games mostly.
Yeah.
So
What do you do, Miss Bird?
I maintain my 2 channels.
Miss Bird has 2 YouTube channels.
I do.
One is Sparrow Rain and the other is Sketty Yeti.
Yep. One's dedicated to gaming, which I also do a lot, and one is just a random channel of crap I put on it.
In my free time, I take Miss Bird to Delicious Foods.
Oh, I love delicious
And
foods.
last night, guys, we went down to this place called the Venice Canals, where they have these little canals, and they've built up this crazy, like every house is super expensive and fancy, and it was really cool. And then we went to the beach at night and swam around in the ocean, and it was great. Anyway, I do crap like that,
crap like that.
which is good because used to, before this one came into my life, I just kind of sat around and watched more TV. So, yay!
Oh, I made your life better?
You did.
It's amazing.
YouTube Love 26 says, "Why did you choose the Larry Butts case for Phoenix Wright the musical?"
I think the only person you
I
can
mean,
answer
we
that is
didn't
you.
Oh,
choose
is
a
it just me?
case.
Oh, well, AJ and I wrote the case together, so we didn't exactly choose it. I thought you guys helped at some point.
Well, the way it's
so-
worded
I
makes
don't
it sound
remember.
like we chose a specific
Well, I mean-
case from the games, which I don't think is
When you
accurate.
write when you write a story, you're choosing the elements that happen.
That's
so
true.
I just assumed that
From
we
what-
could craft that into a question that makes sense.
Well, from what I remember AJ saying, it all kind of hinged on the Blue Badger was going to be like a
Yeah.
main element.
Yeah.
And then you had to work it around what was going to make it so that the Blue Badger was important in the end or whatever.
Yeah.
and
It did go through several revisions
Why did you
from the
guys-
original story.
why did you specifically want the Blue Badger to be the crux of the case?
Because it's funny.
Fair enough.
And I
That's
think
literally
Larry
the
only
Butts got
reason.
roped in because Larry Butts is the kind of person
Yeah,
that would result in that.
yeah,
'cause
yeah.
He's kind of stupid.
Yep. Yeah.
Fair enough.
My spine just broke.
It did. I heard it. It was great.
We already answered that.
Someone wants less Nate and more Nate wants to battle.
Well, too bad.
Go watch Nate Wants to Battle's channel.
Yeah, he has
Easy
one.
solution.
He has a streaming channel now that's like 24/7. You
That's
listen to
true.
all of his music all the time.
Yeah.
I feel like we've already answered that, but I'll just highlight it anyway. Someone want to answer that?
Well,
I need to go to the bathroom, so if you want to find a
Sure.
different question.
Rush. Oh, you got it.
question. If any of you didn't do YouTube or anything with video games, what would you guys be doing?
Lachey.
What?
From
oh,
Lachey.
from Lachey. Thank you. I would probably be doing something with visual effects or sound design or something down in Hollywood. I actually had at some point I started having a little bit of traction down there, but I mean YouTube took over and it was just like, what's the point now? So anyway, yeah, I'd probably be doing like small time visual effects or sound design in movies and TV shows that you've never heard of, and I'd probably still really enjoy my life because I'd just be going to a 9 to 5, doing stuff that I reasonably well enjoy, and then going home and like playing video games or going out with friends or whatever, and I wouldn't have a 24/7 weight of how am I going to make my business work on my head, you know. So it'd be a different life. I love this life. I probably would love that life.
Your business is on your head?
My business is on my head. My business is actually my hair. My luscious locks are my
There's a
business.
civilization in there. I mean, up until a little over a year ago, I wasn't doing stuff with YouTube because I was in New York. So if I wasn't doing stuff with YouTube, I'd probably still be in New York because I wouldn't be able to afford California. But I mean, New York wasn't the worst. 9-to-5 jobs suck. I don't like them, but I had really good friends over there as well. So at least I'd be hanging around people, being social.
See, that's something I miss here.
Yeah, I don't have as many friends
Yeah,
here.
we don't have friends. We
We don't go out
much of a social life.
But yeah, I'd still be decently happy with the social side of my life. Deal with the work situation, but it is what it is.
I don't actually. I don't know what she would be doing. She actually started YouTube before we did. She started posting on YouTube like 7 years ago. So that's like a year before. Well, I guess she started posting maybe about the same time that you guys made Needle Mouse. I don't know. Anyway, so I don't know what she would be doing at all, which is sad because she's my girlfriend and I should know, but I don't. Go Nate. Nate is very slowly scrolling down these pages, looking for questions from you guys that are good.
Ask better questions.
Oh, let's see here. Question.
Where is it? Down?
Yes. Diamond Gamer 332 says, question, when will you collaborate?
Question, when will you collaborate with another YouTuber again? Peter's
you.
dying.
Thank you for taking up the slack there. Beautiful.
I don't know. We don't ever really have anything set in stone on when we're going to collaborate with people. It's only generally if we feel that they really are fitting for the project. And I don't know.
Yeah.
There's this misconception that it's really easy to collaborate with YouTubers. So it's not. It's really hard to get people to have timed up schedules and stuff like that. So
yeah, and one thing that I think contributes to that, and I noticed this today, I had like 2 notifications from different YouTubers. One was like, hey, check it out, I'm hanging out with Ego Raptor and Jacksepticeye, and another was like, hey, I'm here with Markiplier, and it's that, you know, you guys are watching so many big YouTubers that even if all of them are collaborating with different YouTubers all at once, it creates this feeling that they're all doing stuff with everyone. And it's actually that, oh, their schedules aligned, or oh, there are just enough of them that it looks like everyone's always, like, you know, hanging out with each other. But in reality, it's one person hanging out with another person. So, you know, we don't often get an opportunity to do that because we're one channel. And so any one channel, if you look at any one channel, most of the time they're not working with other people, except for that one video that gets piled onto your notifications. So yeah, we're not going to be, we don't have anything scheduled for the next couple months at least to be a collab, other than with Sparrow Rain. So right now, nothing that we know of. We'll see what happens over time because we didn't actually plan on Bendy and the Ink Machine being a collab, and it became a collab, so who knows? Did you see anything?
I'm looking.
I noticed a fun question. I didn't see who it was by, but you asked what time at night we usually record, and the answer is sadly oftentimes like 1 a.m. or 2 a.m. We're not good about recording and doing and shooting and stuff like that in the right times of day that everyone else is working. We're always just like, this seems like a good time. It's only 1 a.m. We'll be done by 4. and stupid. It's great. By the way, there's a little feature down at the bottom, the little money sign underneath your say something text box. That's called Super Chat, and making YouTube videos is not actually free, so we rely on you guys to watch videos and to buy iTunes and stuff like that. And Super Chat is just another way that you can contribute. Basically, it shows us, hey, this person contributed some money, and here's their message that they want you to hear, or the question that you want answered, or something like that. So it's a fun way to kind of boost your statement or your question, and at the same time, it gives us a little bit more to work with for our musicals. So,
Peter,
Jake,
that was painful and awful. Hug me.
oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay. I'm fine now. Anyway, what about Jake?
Jake wants to know where we filmed the kindergarten musical, and whether it was an actual school.
Nope.
Well,
Yes, it was, huh?
It was a school.
Well, does college count as a school, though?
College
school.
totally.
Because you have to pay to go to it,
Still
though.
school.
Like,
Nate, where did we shoot
fair.
kindergarten?
We shot kindergarten at the LA Ithaca College Center. So Ithaca College is the college that me, Peter, and AJ went to. And they have a Los Angeles branch where students can go for a semester to do like internships and stuff like that. And they've been really kind to us, let us shoot there a bunch of different times on different musicals. So we did some Phoenix Wright shooting there, though you wouldn't be able to tell because it was all green screen. The Animus from Assassin's Creed was there. But yeah, it was there down in LA. We started shooting at like 4 p.m, and we didn't finish until about 6 a.m.
I know the question.
Oh,
So-
never mind.
Yeah. So they've been really good to us, and it was dressed to look like a kindergarten room because, well, I mean, not because. Basically, AJ got a bunch of kindergarten-like stuff from our from his church, and then Nate and AJ and Miss Bird went online and bought stuff and made it into a kindergarten room, and it worked really well.
Do you want to also address the question of why AJ's every character? Because that one's popping up like 500 times.
Well,
Yes.
we can also just say is a kindergarten comments video.
The
coming
kindergarten comments video
Is a
is
ways
scheduled
out,
for
though.
about 2 months from now.
out? Okay.
So, I think we should answer it.
Okay.
You know what? I'm curious.
What?
I mean, AJ was every character because we just decided that trying to get effectively 9 people to all have the same schedule at the same day, the same time.
Which we have done, but it's very
it's
difficult.
a pain in the butt, especially
yeah.
since we tried to have like a week turnaround on the kindergarten musical because we knew it was gonna have issues with YouTube ads,
Mm-hmm.
so we knew we had to get it done and deal with that. But that is the primary reason. I don't know. If there's anything
Yeah.
else.
There were a couple factors. One factor was the difficulty of getting 9 people in the same room in a short period of time, and another factor, to be perfectly frank with you guys, is we don't have very many friends, and the friends we do have tend to be of one very specific race. Just because we don't have many friends, and I don't know, it just kind of happened that way. So we didn't have anyone for Jerome, which we spent like an hour talking about, well, what are we going to do about this? And the final decision was, well, if we go with the really easy production method of having AJ as everyone, then you guys will theoretically accept the role of Jerome, played by a white guy. And it was just really, like, we spent a lot of time figuring out how to be racially sensitive with the resources that we had, and that became, a difficulty that we had to deal with. And we actually, we have those kinds of conversations on maybe every other musical. You don't see it in the end, but it's difficult to do our job, make everyone as happy as we can and unhurt as we can, and feel good about what we've done to, make the world a little bit more inclusive. Sometimes that means hiring a black actress instead of a white actress.
Hey, remember
or
that
something.
time when we filmed Yandere Simulator and everybody fixated on Alou playing a character? That was fun.
Yeah. We do our best to be as inclusive as possible with our resources, and sometimes it turns out being AJ's everyone, because you can't really complain about AJ not being black because he's just not black. So that's
But
another
they can
factor.
complain that he's not Steph.
There were a
You
couple.
can complain that he's
there
not.
were- There were a couple people who commented that Jerome was supposed to be black, but to be honest, Jerome is supposed to be black, but we're not going to put AJ in blackface.
Right.
Like, that is way more racially insensitive than just being like, AJ's everyone, Jerome's gonna be white.
Yep.
Whatever.
We put him in a fro.
Yeah, like, we're true to the character other than he's not black, but it's
And it wasn't
too far to go blackface. That's not cool at all.
And it wasn't just a race thing. Like, we didn't want to find 10-year-olds or 5-year-olds or whatever. We couldn't find. We don't have a.
Wasn't the one black friend just busy and couldn't do it anyway?
Mhm.
So.
We couldn't find someone who a tall, older, well-endowed woman. We couldn't find all of these things in our pool of people we work with, and so in the end, AJ was everyone because it's
And we don't
kind of
pull
funny.
from fans usually because, well, you're fans, and
Yeah.
I mean, no offense, but a lot of you tend to squee too much and won't focus and won't take direction well because you're too busy being hyperactive that you're with random encounters.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
So
the people we work with too also are normal. In the fact that, not so much about the
AJ's
fans.
not here, so the gloves are
Well,
off.
let me finish my sentence. Normal in the sense that they have jobs.
Yeah.
Like normal compared to us. Like we have YouTube schedules. We go to bed at 6 in the morning, wake up at 2. I mean, all the people we tend to work with have real jobs where they have to meet schedules and times. So they're not going to be available to meet our schedule of filming from 4 at night till 6 in the morning in Los Angeles. So,
Which is how long it took, by the way.
yeah.
no, it took. You started at
Well, we left at 4 and we got back at 7 or something. So
You didn't. No, that was an earlier shoot.
Oh.
You left earlier in the night because you had dinner.
Anyway,
what 4 p.m.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
sorry. I thought you said 4 a.m. I'm like,
No.
that did not take no 2 hours.
speaking of fans, Kirsten Rabbit asks, Peter, what would you do if a fan came to your door and asked for a pic with you? You would probably get beat.
He would threaten to call the police on you.
It depends. It depends on the day. It depends how I'm feeling. If you catch me on a really good day, I will calmly explain that it is inappropriate to come to someone's door, but yes, I will take a picture with you and then send you
Yeah,
on your way.
I'm probably gonna call him if he's actually commenting in.
Okay. And then I would send you on your way. If you caught me on a bad day, I would say, if you don't leave now, I will call the police.
Yes.
And I will call the police if you don't leave.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
After I call AJ,
to all the
yeah,
fans
yeah,
out there,
yeah.
if you meet us in public, that's acceptable.
Very different.
Try to contain your squeeness, and if you want a picture with us, honestly, come up and ask instead of just lurking around us, because we can usually.
1 second. Nafenja, we didn't miss your super chat, we promise. We're gonna get to it after we call AJ. Promise. Anyway, you were saying?
We can generally tell when someone's lurking around us because they probably know us. So just don't be shy. Ask for a picture. We'll take one with you. Everything will be cool. But yeah, if you came to our personal residence, we would probably not be happy, and that's like a breach of privacy and respect. So
yeah. We're calling AJ
First.
AJ's calling AJ.
And then we'll get to Nafenja. Hey, AJ!
What's up?
You're on the live chat because we saw you comment in.
Yes, I popped
down
in. I
here.
didn't mean to interrupt your question. Sorry, you guys are talking about important stuff.
Why does AJ have to be here?
I don't. I'm not here.
The wedding's
So I'll leave
today,
you
right,
guys
AJ?
to it.
Is the wedding today?
Yeah, I'm actually leaving for it in like 10 minutes.
Ooh, that means he's in a nice tuxedo or something.
Ooh.
No, I am not.
Wait,
This
what?
is a lie.
What are you in a dress?
No, I am literally wearing things that I think I took an Instagram today.
Oh, fair
Oh,
enough.
that's what you're wearing. Okay, fair enough.
Well, that's attractive enough.
Yes, I think it counts for something.
Everyone is saying hi.
Yeah, like I said, I wasn't trying to steal attention, so I'll let you guys get back to it, okay?
We're about
Okay.
to answer Nefenjo's question.
Good. I was hoping you would. You guys have fun with that, okay?
We will.
Will do.
All right.
All right.
Everybody, thanks for watching.
Bye.
Thanks
watching.
for tuning in.
Bye, AJ.
AJ, wait,
Oh, your mom says hi.
Oh, your mom's here. Weird. Okay.
Okay, so a couple minutes ago, Nefenjo sent us a super chat, and she didn't want to abuse her moderator privileges, so she actually set this up beforehand with us.
In the future, you can ask whatever questions you want, moderators. Like, I mean, obviously don't spam the chat, but you guys are good, so...
Because if you do, another moderator will take you down.
Yeah, so if you have a question, just
Checks
ask
and
it.
balances.
It's cool.
Checks and balances. So, Nefenjo's question is essentially, what is your favorite video game mechanic? So, for instance, there are random encounters. There are the Sonic Ring Dash, or whatever it's called. You know, and
Wait. Hold the phone. Random
Sure.
encounters is a video game mechanic?
Yes,
Yeah,
that's what
That's
RPGs are.
why it's
Like
called
when you're
random
walking in a
encounters.
field and you
Run
enemies
into a
attack you.
Pikachu.
I didn't know it was called
That's
random
called a random
encounters.
encounter.
I thought, because it's
Yeah.
generated, it's a... okay,
Yeah,
but it's
cool,
random.
whatever,
It's-
got it.
Uh-huh.
Alright, cool, whatever. Didn't know.
So anyway, that is her question for all of us.
What did AJ answer?
I don't
We'll never know.
remember. It's on Facebook
mean-
somewhere. Aiden and Nefenjo know what AJ answered.
Death.
This was actually a question, by the way, that came up in our Patreon chat, and Nefenjo wanted me to make this into a pitch for our Patreon. Basically, our Patreon is a another way to contribute to Random Encounters, where you pay every month and you get perks like music or like a live chat, a more personal live chat, not adult. That's weird. So that's where this question came up. She was talking to AJ and a couple other patrons on a live chat and came up with this question. So anyway, favorite video game mechanics. I didn't think about this because I didn't want to have a leg up on you guys, but I probably should have.
AJ's answer was Yoshi's tongue for its versatility.
Right.
It could grapple in some games, which was cool, but the real ability he liked was being able to eat something, and then choose whether to swallow it or absorb its power and spit it back out. His second answer was the ability to jump on enemies' heads multiple times in 2D platformers, allowing for infinite lives or making it across a long stretch of the level without touching the ground. That was AJ's answer.
Okay. Cool. So, anyone got anything?
Well, it's a favorite question, so I don't have one.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Favorites
Favorite
are really...
questions are terrible.
Yeah,
Why
I
couldn't
hate
you just
them.
ask, like,
Thinking.
no offense, but, like, why don't you just ask what is a
I
game
mean-
mechanic you would like?
I know I can say that depending on the game, I actually can't stand random encounters.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they are. Like, it really depends on the game, but there's a lot of RPGs where you get into way too many.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, when I play Pokemon,
You're talking about crap, what's the...
Mount.
I kept on thinking Doom.
Doom.
Zubat.
That kind of thing, yeah. I mean, when I play Pokemon games, after I get leveled up, I have, like, repels on me constantly.
Oh, Mount Moon.
Like, I can't stand when I'm trying to get from point A to point B, and I'm like, fight, oh, take a step, another fight. It's like, I'm trying to,
Yeah.
it's going to add, like, 50 hours to the game of just trying to get through places. So, there are RPGs where the RNG is insanely
Mm-hmm.
high, or whatever you want to, but, I don't know.
One of my least favorite mechanics is games where by every bit of logic, you should be able to jump, and you can't jump. I hate when you can't jump for no good reason. It's just absurd to me. Like, humans can jump. It's a thing we do. We can go vertically slightly, and like...
Peter, can you jump?
I am physically capable of jumping.
Okay, alright.
I don't care if it's a...
Do you want to demonstrate to us how you can jump?
No, I'm sitting.
I can't stand... there's a word for them. I can't think what they're called. But they're like reaction sequences.
Oh, quick
like you're watching a cutscene and
Yeah.
you're trying to enjoy yourself, like drinking
mash
a coffee.
mash A.
Yeah, like drinking a coffee or something,
Uh-huh.
and then suddenly a boulder starts. Resident Evil 4 did this a lot, and it annoyed the crap out of me. It's like a cutscene's going on, and I'm trying to drink a soda, or like maybe I'm trying to eat dinner while I'm playing. And then suddenly in the middle of the cutscene, it's like, mash A to not get killed by this boulder. I'm like, let me grab the controller, and then I die.
Uh-huh.
And it's like, okay, I was not expecting that, and it's
Yeah.
really annoying.
It's terrible.
But
I like how what's your favorite became what do you hate about video games?
there's a lot of game mechanics I like.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I can't. It's hard to think of specific things.
Mhm.
Like,
one thing I do like...
It's easier to think of specific things, I feel.
I feel like it's easier to think of specific.
Well, specific
for
things
instance-
that you like
specific
more
things-
than other things.
Well, for instance, like, I can't give you a generalization and be like, oh, I love RTS and how that all functions, because, like, for me, I like different types of games, and maybe I like certain types of mechanics within that game, but not in other games. For instance, I like Fire Emblem for its RTS, but I don't like, say, like XCOM stuff for RTS. Or not RTS, they're not RTS, they're STS, whatever. Basically, you have to, like, decide what you want to do before you do it, whatever that's actually called.
It's a tactics.
That
Yeah.
thing. I don't like XCOM's way of doing it, but I love Fire Emblem's way of doing it. So I can't do things across the board. But like, for instance, I can be like, hey, you know what I really liked? I liked Eco. I liked the saving feature where I had to physically sit on a couch to save. Like, I can say things like that. So
well, that is the kind that I think she was looking for.
I
Yeah.
see.
To me, it's just, I don't know. There's so many things I like that things I don't like stand out more, because when something bothers you as a mechanic, it registers more in your head. Like, again, like
Yeah.
Resident Evil 4, I played that game when it came out, yet I'm still like, I hate those action sequences. They're annoying. Whereas when I like a game mechanic, I don't feel like it registers as much. It's like, oh, that's
Yeah.
fun, that's nice. Like, I like scanning. I like that, and like I mentioned that to Peter. That was like one of my favorite things of Mass Effect Andromeda was scanning like plants and stuff to get like XP or like more knowledge and stuff, like, because it reminded me a lot of pretty much what Metroid Prime was all about. Metroid Prime was about that exploration and a first-person shooter, and I like that kind of mechanic.
Which means you probably also like a lot of the Arkham games.
I do. I liked Arkham. I like those games where you
Yeah.
scan things to learn information.
And
So-
I was going to say I really like, and they're doing this a lot more now than they used to, but games where your choices make really massive differences in how the game progresses and ends. I really like the idea that your choices matter, as opposed to in this model, you can even have a completely linear game that just the linearity changes as your choices change, and the more that your choices affect the game, I think the more that I personally get sucked into the game. So that's an important aspect for me, at least.
Let's see, what other things do I like? I like just about everything in Saints Row. That's always fun. All of
You
those.
love the baseball bat.
I really, really hated the fourth game and their superpower mechanic, because I felt it broke the game. Which, I mean, if anybody's played Saints Row, you know that's basically what you're supposed to do the whole game, but I don't know. I didn't appreciate it. But
I mean, in universe is broken.
well, in the
So-
universe it makes sense, but just the gameplay for me, I was like,
Gotcha.
this is stupid.
Fair
Why can I do this? Though I did really like running really far up, like all the towers and not dying. That was kind of cool, I guess.
New question from Little Fox.
Miss Bird, if you had to choose between random encounters and your own channel, which one would you leave and why? Also, if you don't want to leave, and just say, and please tell us why. Well, fun fact, I've actually got permission to talk about this, is I don't work for Random Encounters. I haven't worked for Random Encounters for technically a couple months now, but it's been official for like a week. So, I obviously choose my own channel because I don't have Random Encounters. So,
Yeah, she essentially occasionally subcontracts.
yeah, I will appear on their stuff sometimes, or if they need the help, I'll do it. But I'm not an employee anymore.
Yeah.
So
Freelance.
free agent, and it's great. The end.
Freebird.
That's a song.
I know.
I'm surprised you know.
I know you're surprised that I know.
And if you're curious as to what all that means, there will be a video this month about it.
Ooh.
So
Oh yeah, Miss Bird's
stay tuned
doing
for that.
Miss Bird's doing a video a month this month on her
I
channel,
sure am.
which is terrifying, and I would never want to have to do that. But you
The
know,
second time I'm doing it though.
I know it's crazy.
I love doing
You're
it.
crazy.
It's fun. If I could do it like for a year, I'm gonna try that eventually. Not like
Jeez.
maybe next year, but like I just want to see if I can.
Wow. Okay. Where is Super Chat? Someone asked. It's directly under your little text box, and there's a little.
Do you see a
dollar
smiley face?
yes.
It's next to the smiley
It's
face.
the money sign next
Oh
to
yeah,
the
I wonder if
smiley
it's.
face.
I wonder if they have icons for everyone else's like currency, so it's not a dollar sign for everyone. You know.
Oh yeah, that's why
That's interesting.
it's easier to be like, do you
Right
see
next to the
smiley
smiley.
face?
Yeah.
Do you guys hate the scratchy feeling you get after swimming in salt water as much as I do? Asks Jake1124.
Scratchy
No.
feeling.
I don't
No,
get a
what we
scratchy feeling
hate-
either.
What we hate is the sunscreen feeling.
Oh god, I hate sunscreen.
It was all sticky and it felt like we were
I
sweaty.
don't wear
and,
sunscreen.
even the stuff when it's all like, oh, it's oil free, or like, oh, it doesn't have this or that, the other thing. It still makes me feel like I'm slimy.
Mhm.
It's awful.
Terrible.
It could be an overcast day. It could be like freezing outside. I'd still feel like I'm sweating buckets. It's terrible.
Yeah.
Lone Wolf asks, what is one of your favorite video games? Love you guys so much, and I really wanted to meet you.
Mass Effect 2.
Saints Row 3.
A Link to the Past.
Boom.
Or Metal Gear Solid.
That's 2.
Sorry.
Jeez. You're so bad.
I like Metal Gear Solid.
It's
Metal Gear
you.
Solid is one of the best games ever made.
Don't be weird. Says,
Let's see here.
what's his name? Snake to write in once.
Yes. He did say that once, and we kind of got stuck on it because I don't know why.
I saw a question that asked if we loved each other. I
I
assume.
hate everyone.
I know you do.
I hate everyone too.
Um,
I'm only with him for.
The Dark
convenience.
Reaper asks, why do you guys put the beard in nearly every musical?
Because
ooh! I can't do that still. Ooh.
the beard is just basically our little Easter egg. He's
Mhm.
basically one of the few characters we actually own the rights to in terms of he's our own.
Before Random Encounters came along, who did the Eisenstein series? Was it you and AJ, or
me,
was it
me
someone
and
else?
AJ.
Okay, and him and AJ did a series called Eisenstein where there was a roommate and a skeleton, and they lived together, whatever. And the beard actually came from there.
No.
The
Did it
beard
come from
came
there?
from the short film in college.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't even know that. Look
The
at
beard-
that. I'm learning things.
The beard was there was a film festival in college called. It doesn't matter what it's called. It's stupid.
It was a horror. It was a horror short film festival.
That's what it
Yes,
was called. It doesn't
yes.
matter. It's stupid.
Yes. And everyone at our college is either making super gory or super artsy horror films. So in a day, we decided to just make something randomly and quickly to put in it. So it was about a thing called The Beard, which looks like the beard that you guys know. And he chased a guy around campus and oohed at him. And we got viewer's choice or something like that. So that's where he came from.
Yeah.
And then he was included in...
In Spitefully Yours, which is the Eisenstein show
I
she was talking
never
about.
knew. I thought that was just
Yeah.
the commercial you decided to put in one day. And you just shot it. I didn't
No,
know.
we were just like, we should do this.
I had no idea.
And then from there, we were like, well, we put him into Spitefully Yours, and that show failed. Why don't we put him in Random Encounters and see if that show will fail? And it didn't. Yay! Elizabeth Moreau Petite, 3, says, question, was it strange to film AJ in dresses and skirts, especially because he has a squeaky voice in it?
No?
It's more strange when he wears tight pants.
Fair.
Just
That's
saying.
true, yeah.
Monkey Ball was a very strange
Yeah.
shoot for me.
But to be perfectly honest, I was amused because I found him very attractive, and I mean, I'm technically slightly queer, so like I understand why that happened. but it was just amusing to be like, okay, I know that AJ's completely 100% straight.
Yeah, no, he makes a
but
really
he's
pretty
really,
girl.
really pretty right now. So that was kind of funny, but I wouldn't call it weird because, like,
We see
I don't
AJ
care.
in dresses and skirts all
We all-
the time.
yeah, we
It's
do.
not anything new to us.
Yeah, but like when he was cute, I didn't
One-
think he was attractive per se
One
because
day,
I was.
I want him to film
Goofy.
like his like half of his closet because like one half is like normal boy clothes and the
Mhm.
other half is like Lolita dresses.
You
Like
can kind of see it in Helen Avery.
okay, fair
True,
enough.
a little bit. So yeah, I was amused by that. I didn't tell him because I thought it might weird him out, but
But no, he makes a pretty girl.
yeah, it's true.
I helped. I did his makeup.
You did. Let's see here. Scrolling.
Are there any bands that you guys like? Asked Madison McIntyre.
Rubber bands. Band-Aid. Ha!
Wow, Nate.
Yes.
Yes.
There are. I'm currently more into. I'm still more into like film scores than I am bands per se. So that doesn't really count. But I don't know. Boring. Not your question, just our answers.
I mean,
She's probably like, well, give us some examples. Duh.
I like Linkin Park. They were
Oh.
my favorite band in high school, and after Chester Bennington died, I
Mhm.
bought the soundtracks, the albums that I didn't have because I followed them to a certain point, and then I kind of just fell off the music radar of not listening to them as
Answer
much.
that one.
So,
Yes.
but I went and bought all their albums after that.
Nice.
I listened to all of them. So
I listen to too much music. Like,
Yeah.
I'm just
Her list is really eclectic.
oh yeah, but if you haven't, you should check out World Order.
Good
I
point.
always recommend them.
Hans Zimmer.
Hans Zimmer's not a band.
I already addressed this. I don't
He
have
could
a.
be, though.
I don't have a band because
Listen to marching band. He was a marching band once.
if Hans Zimmer wanted to be, he could be his own band.
That's true. So Blue Bloom wants to know, Peter, you're queer, and I thought you were dating Miss Bird.
I'm queer too.
She is like in our heads. I don't know if this is true for you, but for me, queer essentially just means not like straight and totally cisgendered or whatever. And so for me, a queer is more of an all-encompassing term.
Yeah.
So like I'm pan, which I guess a lot of you will be more understanding of the phrase bi, but I like anyone, which means I
I
can
spin
like
in
Miss
a
Bird.
circle, so I'm also pansexual. Like I like people
So
despite hating people.
So in my head, being queer, I'm not sure what it might mean as a specific thing, but for me, it's just an overall. I'm not normal. I'm not just straight up straight. But that doesn't mean I can't date a girl.
Yeah. Doesn't mean I
'Cause
can't date
reasons.
a man.
I'm not a
dated women
man. I'm a
before.
boy.
Are
I'm
you
so
a man?
young.
Or are you a Muppet?
I'm not even 30 yet.
I've dated women.
Peter's a
I've
Muppet.
thought about dating trans. Like
Yeah. Most of the time, for me, it's just, do I like the person as a person, and if so, I can date them. Yay. Miss Bird likes people but hates people. In other words, she's a cat.
I just found
Good job, Aiden.
a bunch of dead skin cells that I just pulled out of
question:
my head.
Is Peter sick? Yes. Well, I'm getting over it. Let's see here. What else? For our PO box, go over to our Instagram.
Nefenja's already answered that question
Oh.
like 500 times. You should
Okay.
listen to your moderator.
Yeah, listen to your mods. Where?
But yeah, if you can't be bothered to listen to mods, it's on our Instagram, it's on our Facebook. You can find it anywhere, basically. You probably Google it by now, and it'll pop up. So
Probably.
I'm gonna look.
Was it hard making Octodad the musical?
Not for me.
I wasn't here.
You weren't here. I think the hardest thing, the most terrifying thing, was throwing AJ in the water in that last scene for him to like flail around, because we weren't sure if like he would be able to breathe, and that was scary because, well, we could have killed him, I guess, theoretically, but he was fine. He was fine.
He decided to kill himself.
Well, yes, he did. That's true. Let's see here.
Yes.
Thank you, Wolf Productions, for your
Fake emoji money.
your $6 in emoji money. I appreciate it.
Yes, you can find our P.O. box by searching for it on Google.
Excellent.
Stephen Nice asks, has there been a musical you've wanted to rewrite or remake?
The entire thing, probably not. But we've talked about doing a number of essentially remixes and creating a remix album. So maybe.
You know what I'm
What
excited
about you?
for? I'm excited for if they ever do Google Translates.
That's a good point. Right. We have also talked about like a Google Translate or something like that.
No, I was
What? Oh,
I mean, we've talked about
dumbass.
sorry.
I mean,
wanting, on the high end of things, wanting to animate stuff too.
Oh, that's
Like we've
true,
briefly
yeah.
talked about re-recording Needle Mouse with more than just me and AJ, and then doing it animated instead, so we didn't have to cast
Mhm.
6 people. But
Did Miss Bird actually hate Bowser's Castle?
apparently,
She did.
I mean, it's a machinima, so like whatever with the video, but having to sing in that kind of voice
Yeah.
over and over and over until
That voice
AJ
is
is
great.
satisfied, it was awful. I'm glad it was me and not him, because even though his tone voice is like, spot on, that would have been really annoying to listen to for a minute and a half.
It's
So
true. It's true. Yeah. Let's see here. What do we got?
how was your day? Says another Aiden.
A different Aiden.
technically just beginning, basically.
But so far, so acceptable.
It
Yes.
starts from the very beginning.
I see nothing wrong with my day
Because
so
that's
far.
the very place to start. Whatever the words
Except
are.
that I'm awake. That's wrong.
Yeah.
That was lovely, by the
Not
way.
feeling like being awake.
That was a beautiful, beautiful song.
Is it
Did you make it up?
really, Peter?
I'm kidding.
Thank God.
I'm kidding.
Well, I don't know anymore, Peter.
I know.
We'll like make song references like in this house, and Peter will go, huh? And
Yeah.
so you never know what he knows and what he doesn't.
It's true. And so now I just troll them because sometimes I know the song and I'll pretend I don't, and they
Someone asked,
stare at me.
why is there a Bendy in the kindergarten musical?
Because it's funny.
Because we do that. They're called Easter eggs. You see them in movies a lot too.
Hmm.
Why
where
was
they-
the Fallout puppet in kindergarten?
Yeah,
Like,
like it's just little references for fans to catch. There's a Bendy, there's a Fallout puppet, there's a companion cube on the pictures of shapes on the back wall. Like we do that all the time. Anytime we can throw in little nods to other musicals or other games, we do. It's fun for people to find and catch. So
Hmm.
Bendy seemed like a good thing to have on Monty's storefront.
And also, like, for people who do know, they're like, oh, cool, that's your Bendy. And for people who don't know, it's just a way to fill out the set with stuff that we have around the house. So it's also very helpful just for, being like, well, we need stuff. And now we have stuff. So, What? Did you see something?
What does Nate do? on the channel? Nothing.
Are you kidding? Nate does a lot on the channel.
yeah, why not? Here you go.
Maximum Ride asks, what does Nate do on the channel?
Nothing. Just kidding.
I do nothing, yeah. Despite what most people commented on the Bendy musical about how much work AJ and Peter put into it, I put a lot of work into it too. Not to be snarky, but to be snarky.
Totally.
I animated all of the ink in that musical, so think of all the ink in the Bendy and the Ink Machine musical. I also act in things. I'm in The Papers, Please. I was in
Tingle?
Honey Pop. I was Tingle, unfortunately, or fortunately. I was in Phoenix Wright. I'm not usually featured as a singer because I can't sing very well. So usually when I sing, it's in a crappy Tingle voice, or it's short lines like the judge in
Yeah.
Phoenix Wright and stuff like that. But I edit a lot. A lot of the behind the scenes videos you see, I edit. I basically did the final cut almost of Kindergarten
Mm-hmm.
because I did the rough cut for Kindergarten, which AJ didn't change much of apparently.
Yeah.
So a lot of behind the scenes stuff, kind of like Peter.
Mhm.
I do a lot of behind the scenes, and I also do Shovel Werewolf, which if you watched Shovel Werewolf last year, he's going to be back this year. So
He's back.
he'll be back if you liked him.
And he'll have a slightly more useful costume.
Yes, his costume is going to be good this time. I like it.
Nate's mom crafted a piece, and Miss Bird and Nate are going to work on making the mouth hopefully move a little bit.
Yes, so hopefully this season the Shovel Werewolf's mouth will actually open and close.
Uh-huh.
So have that to look forward to if you like him.
And if you didn't,
yeah, if you don't like him, give him a try.
he's fun. He's fun.
Well, if you don't like him, then why would they try?
That's
'Cause
true.
They already know.
If you don't like him, then don't like him.
Fair.
If you don't know who he is, give him a try.
Yeah.
So
Aiden McClory. Question: is there a musical you want to make but cannot make? A musical that we want to make that we can't make. I can answer for AJ and say that he really, 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 really wants to make an entire Mario RPG musical that follows the entire storyline in multiple episodes, but because that's such an absurdly giant project, we just can't get to it. So that's one for AJ. Bless you.
Thanks.
You're welcome. We wanted to make a Smash Brotherhood musical, essentially where the Smash Brotherhood actually comes together and whatever and becomes like a real thing. I don't know, but again, huge, expensive, time-consuming, and especially nowadays, people on our channel primarily want indie products instead of like major things like Nintendo and whatnot. So I know that a lot of you guys probably would be okay with Nintendo and stuff, but on the channel as a whole, the trend is you want indie games, so we give you indie games. Anything, Nate? Miss Bird?
I can't think of anything that we can't make. We can always try to find a way to do things. But, I mean, I know in terms of things that are more limiting is, like, we always toss around Overwatch, and we always go back to the... Overwatch is just hard. Those characters have intricate costumes, and it's not something like Needle Mouse where we can just throw on a blue shirt and a blue hat and be like, I'm Sonic! It's... You actually need costumes, so that is a hindering factor to that being pushed onto being more easily done. But
I mean, I don't work for
Yeah,
these guys, so I don't really have a
musical.
No.
I saw someone asked, who plays the beard? I bet it's AJ.
I've played the beard.
Everybody plays the beard. The beard is
Whoever's available at the
whoever's
time.
available. Yes, I've played the beard multiple times. She played the beard. Michaela, who was just randomly on the Best Fiend shoot and was not busy, was the beard briefly.
Yeah.
And in that same musical, Jordan was the beard later, I think.
Yeah.
So, like...
Kayla was the beard in the On-Air Simulator.
Yeah.
Yeah. David King's the beard. Has been the beard, right?
The beard is everyone.
Though
The beard is you, the beard is me.
Though in the first opening shots of that musical, it's AJ technically.
Nice. I would say, on the whole, AJ probably is most commonly the voice of the beard.
AJ is definitely the voice of the beard for the most part, yes. But, yeah, in terms of who plays the beard,
it's literally just
physically,
whose body is available.
who's
for the
available.
shot.
Who will fit in this thing?
And who will fit in the costume, yeah.
That's true. I was the beard in Slender, right? At some point.
Yes. That is actually why, I think actually Jordan wasn't the beard, now that I think of it.
Oh.
Because he was gonna be the beard originally, but the beard's jacket is the problem. The poncho thing he wears fits everyone. The hat and the gloves, they'll do. But his jacket in canon is supposed to be buttoned, and it's a tight jacket.
Uh-huh.
It doesn't fit everyone. It barely fits me, and I'm not even that big. So, but... yes, Aiden.
But yeah.
The beard.
The beard. Let's see here.
The beard is an idea.
The beard is bulletproof. Mouse. No. There we go. All right, I can scroll if I want to. Mousy Gal, what for you guys is the best thing about having a YouTube as a career? For me, it fluctuates between the schedule, which as long as nothing's going horribly wrong, it's a fairly open schedule where I can choose what I want to do when. It fluctuates between that and the fact that I have to learn so many new things all the time. So I have gained an incredible amount of skill in different areas that I didn't have skills in before, because of doing this job, which I think is really fun and cool. So those are mine. Anyone else?
I'm thinking.
Scheduling is a big one. Having worked years in retail type jobs where I have to be at a place at a certain time and I have to be there for a certain amount of hours and I have to report to a certain person about a certain thing. And basically, technically AJ and Peter are considered my bosses, but for the most part I am also my own boss. Like, I have to meet the requirement of what needs to be done, but other than that, nobody's telling me when I need to do it. So if I want to, postpone it and procrastinate it until like the day before it's due, as long as it gets done, and that's fine. Scheduling is a big thing for me, and freedom, being able to just do what I want is
Lift
nice.
your kilt.
Lift my kilt, yes. And there's another thing I was going to say. Oh, working on things I actually care about. That's a good part too, because when you work at someone's store or whatever, you're like, I'm just here to make money. I don't really care about your store. I'm just serving your purpose and you're paying me for it.
Mm-hmm.
On YouTube, I'm enjoying what I make, so...
Yeah.
I don't, it's not occurred yet for me. I'm trying to think about it. Like, I get paid, if I'm lucky, every other month. Now that YouTube has done this ad thing or whatever, it's taking a bit longer because stupid things. But I like that I get to decide what kind of content I want to make, and hopefully people watch it. That's probably the thing. I haven't been able to explore all the kinds of content that I can make because before trying to focus on my own channels, I was very heavily involved with random encounter stuff, so I wasn't able to concentrate my time on the thing that I wanted to do the most. But now that I have lots and lots of free time to do that, I hope my channel will evolve to what I actually want to do on it.
Fair enough.
So.
I would like to mention, this has not happened before, but recently, I said that I gain new skills working on the channel. I also lose some, and it was really sad to realize that because I haven't been writing code for the last 6 years, my brain doesn't work like that anymore. I can't write code. So I've gained a lot of skills, but all of a sudden I've also lost one, and that's really, really, really sad.
An itch. No, I have an itch. No. Sorry.
That's all right.
That's great.
So,
that's better.
I'm the kind of person who loves to learn, and I love getting new skills. So to lose one, that was painful.
I'm sorry.
It happens.
I'm sorry.
But I have this.
I'll write code next time.
Okay. That'll end
The
well.
password is
The magical password. For those of you who have arrived late, AJ is not here. AJ will not be here because he is attending a wedding on the other side of the country.
He's in Connecticut.
Not his own wedding.
We don't live anywhere near
clarify.
Connecticut, by the way.
Yes.
Just in case anybody has confusion about that.
Yes. So
Yes.
that's what that is. No, Markiplier will not be here. No, Nate Wants to Battle will not be here.
I've seen a couple questions about why I hate FNAF. There is a video on my channel explaining all of that. So
go to
go to-
youtube.com/SparrowRain.
yeah, and you will see it because it's one of my bigger videos. So watch that if you are ever curious about why I hated FNAF.
If your question is who played the janitor in Kindergarten, the answer is the same exact person who played every other character in Kindergarten the musical.
Yeah.
So that was AJ. We just put a bald cap on him and a beard.
Who played the Companion Cube in the Companion Cube musical?
Well, I voiced the Companion Cube, and Katie Herbert played the physical body of the Companion Cube. And by physical body, I mean the feet.
How old are you, Peter?
I am old.
Somebody asked how old Peter was. Peter's old. Older than time. If
It's
time
hot.
was about 30 years old.
I'm almost 30. I'm a month away from being 30-ish. YouTube musical. So this is one that I do want to address, even though I know we're not supposed to. People have been asking, are we ever going to make a YouTube musical or a YouTuber's musical or whatever? We don't like doing that kind of thing.
Aww. How do they know I'm straight?
How do they know you're single?
I think that's obvious.
Oh,
I think most
okay.
people know what I'm saying. Rude.
I'm good.
Actually, I won't.
You're
I
very
won't one day.
sweet, but it was very unexpected, so that's why I laughed. I'm not making fun of you, I promise.
Yes.
I
Anyway.
am.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah, we don't like the idea of like, I don't know.
all right. I'm not Random Encounters, but I'm just gonna speak for them anyway. Random Encounters has had people who have been in their things, like Markiplier, MatPat, all these people or whatever. But that is not what their channel is. It's not supposed to be like, oh well, I wonder if Jack's gonna wander on one day. Like, they are their own channel. They have their own people that they like to work with, and it's just it feels kind of rude and I don't know, intrusive when people just like expect their favorite YouTubers to be on a channel that they're not technically part of. So just chill.
I feel
Chillax.
like YouTubers the musical is.
Yeah.
It's like. It's like incestuous is how you describe it. It's like, why do I want to make a musical about my life as a YouTuber with other YouTubers? It's like, it's the same reason we were, I mean, not that we're ruling it out, but it's the same reason we talked about when we mentioned Dream Daddy, is the idea of like, okay, it's an interesting idea, but like, it's kind of based on the Game Grumps. And then if you start working about a musical based on a game made by the Game Grumps, you're like, this feels like I'm making a musical about a game made by YouTubers on a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
It just seems weird.
Yeah.
So
I was having
people who keep asking about money.
I was having trouble putting into words why I don't like it because the words that I typically use to describe it are inappropriate for this channel.
It's like it's inbreeding is kind of the
Yeah,
word.
it's an acceptable way to put it. I
Yeah, it's
suppose.
like you're
it's weird. It feels dirty.
pooping in your own cereal or something like
I
that.
don't know.
I don't know.
So anyway,
I mean, there is something to be said about, like, there are YouTube cliques, and there are some YouTubers who do work together all the time, regardless of not being,
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
But-
Markiplier and Jack work together all the time because they knew each other before YouTube, I think, right, or something
I
like
don't
that.
remember.
no, I don't know.
I
No,
don't
no.
know.
Okay.
Jack was created because Mark, for some reason, saw his channel,
Gotcha.
his small channel at some point,
Okay.
and said,
So that's
"Hey,
why
look at
there's a
this."
friendship between them.
Yes.
Mark
Yeah.
is why Jack took off. They have a friendship clearly
Uh-huh.
because one as a result of the other, basically. So
And so they think it's cool to work with each other. We have a business... No, we don't. They have a business relationship with Markiplier, so that dynamic is different. They're
Yeah.
not going to always go, hey, because you were in FNAF the musical,
it
you
was
want to be in, like,
Pewds.
everything
It
else?
was Pewds and Jack, not,
okay.
not Mark and Jack. Sorry about that, guys.
So, different...
I don't even know my own YouTube history.
Different relationship dynamics produce different results.
Yeah. Anywho, that's all. That's all done.
Like, even an example would be, like, if I didn't live with Random Encounters, I probably would never be in a Random Encounters thing.
Yeah. Which would mean Yandere Simulator wouldn't exist.
But
That would be sad.
It probably would, just in a different way.
Fair.
Because that was a big
Yeah.
trend.
That's true.
What probably wouldn't have existed was Bowser's Castle.
Mhm.
That probably wouldn't have
no, it
existed.
would have been AJ singing.
Oh, God, no! Okay.
Oh, I was right that it was Mark and Jack. Like I said, I really don't know. Anyway, I was about to Nefenjo. I was about to answer that question about. There was a question. Where was it?
There's lots of questions.
Zekrom Analyzer wanted to know if Nate Wants to Battle and Markiplier are good friends with us. And Nefenjo answered pretty well. We are good friends with Nate Wants to Battle. I would say we're actually good friends. We don't visit them very often. Him very often because we're up in Palmdale and he's down in Los Angeles. So we're kind of far away, but we do enjoy hanging out together, and I make fun of him on Facebook Messenger sometimes.
And maybe see Nate more too.
Yeah.
Like me and AJ ran into Nate at E3,
Uh-huh.
and he gave him a ride home back to his house, so he didn't have to catch an Uber.
Yeah.
So like, I feel like he's also just out more. He's a little more present at those kind of social gatherings than Markiplier might be.
Yeah.
And also, if you're wondering why Nate's not in more of our stuff, it's because his channel is intensive. He makes his own song stuff.
Nate's
we do
very
our own
busy.
song
Nate
stuff.
makes
So we're
so
both-
much music.
Yeah, we're both busy.
It's crazy. I don't know how he does it. He's got like a music making factory, and like once every month he charts on iTunes. It's insane. That guy has my respect, and I have his camera. Still,
Probably our camera guy.
I was messaging with him.
It's our camera.
I was messaging with him the other day, and I multiple times dropped, by the way, we have your camera, and he completely ignored it. I'm
He
like,
doesn't care.
whatever, he doesn't give a crap.
He doesn't want to acknowledge it because then he.
Yeah. So anyway, that's fun.
Nate in the musical machine. That's cute. I like that.
That Nate?
No, because you said he has a music
Oh,
making factory.
I did.
So
You're right.
that's what. Yeah.
Yeah. And thank you, Jocelyn Castillo. Yeah, I think it's Castillo.
Well, I guess we have to answer it again.
For your super chat. The question is, where is AJ? And by the way, you guys are the best singers I have ever met. Did you meet us?
Well,
Did
I'm
we
not.
meet? I don't know.
Meet in the.
Well, maybe. Like, we've been at conventions.
I mean,
They could have been at SodaCon or
Possible.
something. Anyway. Anyone
AJ is gone. We've answered
He's
this.
never coming back.
He's gone. He left.
He decided to elope with Gwen, and they are going somewhere to the corners of the earth.
They've traveled into space.
They've gone there too. Yeah.
AJ is with Gwen at one of her friends' weddings right now in Connecticut, which is across the country from California.
Again, like, if they just
Yes,
came in
yes.
recently, they wouldn't know
Yes.
this, so we don't have to be so snarky,
I'm
Nate.
just
We don't
saying.
have to be so snarky.
I do have to be snarky.
Oh my gosh, you guys.
What?
With these references, that's just stupid.
You're stupid.
You're stupider.
Sorry, that was a Game of Thrones reference.
I
She
don't-
hates Game of Thrones.
I don't watch.
I
Game
don't
of
do
Thrones.
Nugget's voice. Sorry.
Yeah, none of us can do Nugget's voice
wanna
because
hear-
I right. Okay, I'll try. I'll try. Do you want to do Nugget's voice? I don't even know.
It's much better when he can be organic with it.
Yeah,
But like he has broken it out sometimes. I'm like, really? Like
It's
so-
true.
Oh, that's a great one.
Yeah.
Sugar.
Precisely. Let's see here.
Oops, I called it out. My bad.
Gosh, Miss Bird.
Hey, you know.
I do know. For those of you who are just coming in, the next musical that's coming out, if you check out our Instagram, IRL_encounters, you can see that we are doing Papers, Please, the musical.
How late do you want to go?
It's
Should've
108.
passed one,
Yeah, we should be wrapping up at this point.
Video Game Donkey talks about The Shining. I gotta
Oh
watch that.
boy. So yeah, looks like we're gonna be answering maybe one or two more questions. Anyone got anything good?
We're gonna go until 1:30.
Oh,
We're
are we?
not.
Okay.
No, because I'm tired. I want food.
Yeah. Same. Same
I don't know
here.
if Peter finished his thought, but Papers, Please is what we're doing next.
I did. I
Okay,
did
I
mention
didn't know. Okay.
Papers, Please.
What are we
specifically.
doing after that?
We can say it. Friday the 13th.
Yeah, we're doing the
Yeah!
Friday the 13th musical.
I'm in that one.
Yeah, it was potentially planned for the summer, but we did ARMS instead because it was easier and quicker to do.
Mhm.
But I had mentioned to AJ at E3 that there was a Friday the 13th in October this year, so if we wanted to do that as a musical, this would be the time to do it. So we will be doing that. We'll actually probably be getting started on that shortly after AJ gets back. AJ gets back from his little mini vacation kind of thing mid-September, like September 10th, September 11th. So we'll be getting to work on that. I think we've mentioned the other one too. So I think we've
The other
mentioned
one?
Mario. I think we have.
No, I don't think so.
I think we have, but
No.
You the Rabbids?
No, we haven't mentioned that
Oh,
one.
whoops.
That one might be, I don't know what's going on with that one. I'm pretty sure we mentioned it, but for November we are planning to finally do something with Mario. So, I feel like we've mentioned that.
We
Okay.
have.
Okay, fair enough.
So,
Fair enough.
Well, AJ has.
yeah.
Fair enough.
And December, who knows? We haven't planned that yet. We
Yeah.
know we'll be doing a Christmas related thing because we always do that, whether or not we do something in addition to that, because
Mhm.
I feel like it's normally how it is you do,
Oh my
Something and
gosh,
then
I hope
something
it's
Christmas
Hatoful
related.
Boyfriend.
but
Call.
last year was different because
They have a secondary game.
Oh,
which
nice.
Part of it takes place at Christmas.
Oh, that's cute.
Mm-hmm.
so
I guess for the final thing, there are a couple people who are asking, are we ever going to do anything more on Replayed? And
Ha 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 ha.
so first of all, maybe not. I can't really say whether we are. We would like to. We would like to be able to, play video games and have people watch them and be able to make a living off of that. But more importantly, there has been talk about, and Nate might not even know this yet, there's been talk about either starting to do some more vlogging on not Fridays, like adding something new to our actual Random Encounters schedule. So,
Oh, what the fuck? What is an
I don't,
NOK?
I don't know what an NOK is. I guess we'll figure that out in a minute.
Excuse my language.
Anyway,
Again.
so there is talk about adding new content, whether it's vlogs or streams or something like that, and one of the big reasons for that is because we find that most
Norwegian crone.
okay.
Someone's from Norwegian, Norway.
no way.
I know words and geography.
So, one of the big problems that we're having on our channel is that most of the people who are on our channel, they don't really care about us. They only care about the musicals themselves and about other people,
YouTubers,
other
yeah.
YouTubers.
Jack, Mark,
It's an interesting dynamic because when a lot of you subscribe to Markiplier or Jacksepticeye or GT Live, you fall in love with the people, and therefore anything that the person says you're going to do or you're going to be excited about or whatever. So we find that that's actually lacking largely on our channel, and it's hard for us to get you guys to do what we need you to do to keep the channel running at full potential. So we're going to look into starting new content that's really based around getting to know us and getting to like us as people. So that, we haven't decided what we're going to do about that.
I've been doing research for them.
She has. It's in the works. Dronita42, who is from Norway?
Norway, I'd imagine.
Yeah, that's the Norwegian crone.
Yeah. Has sent us a super chat and is asking, are you guys still planning Splatoon the musical? We were planning on a Splatoon 2 musical that was basically the 4 Squid Sisters in heated verbal combat. And unfortunately, someone in that group lost a family member, and that really set everything back a lot because she needs time to recuperate and to work through all of the details of family loss and estates and funerals and so on and so forth, and it's horrible.
And
And her other, her buddy wasn't able to work on it with you guys either because
that's
she had to
true.
work for
Yeah.
the
We-
con and stuff.
from what AJ told me, it was just kind of, we know the project meant enough to her that we were willing to delay it instead of recasting her.
Yeah, exactly.
So we are still planning, technically, on doing it, I think, at some
Someday.
point.
It is
But it
indefinitely
has just been
postponed.
shelved for
Yeah.
now
Yeah.
because of...
Angie Viper is
Unforeseen
even working on the other Squid Sister costumes. You paid her for that, so that has to happen at some point.
So
Yeah. I mean, sometimes you pay for things and it doesn't happen, and that's okay.
That's true.
But we would love for this musical to happen because it was really fun. It was a fun idea. But sometimes life gets in the way, and that sucks.
Ooh, my wrist. Yes.
Well,
Did you hear that? Yeah. Crack
yeah,
report.
I heard it. It was beautiful.
Yeah.
I think we're we're
Peter's dying, so we're probably done.
we're done. We're done because I don't want to die anymore.
Goodbye.
So I have to hit this button all the way over here.
See you later.
Mm.
Oh. See you later, alligator. After a while, crocodile. See you soon, baboon. Don't be wise, bubble eyes. I'll knock you down to peanut size. Understand, rubber band? Yes, I do. Tennis shoe.
Well, I
Yep.
let all that happen.
Yep.
Kill me now.
Bye.
Okay.
Bye.